Eyes Song episode 13. I will be watching it from Funimation's website, and I will be starting my reaction in 1-0 go. And it relax. Alright. Man, I am really dang pumped up for the series. Woo! I just want to know which point is. Oh. And I love like that ticking noise right before Vivy's gonna wake up because it just adds a lot of gravity to the situation. And it allows the episode aside from the. Ooh! Damn! I mean, like, wouldn't blame him for being scared of what. And I kind of like those touches where it should. Because if you ever go showed you some of the people that were run over by a car, I like how this episode shows you that Vivy even picked up on the small details when you had some civilians being harmed. That's actually pretty darn badass. I like those little bits of attention to detail in the series. I love how Matsumoto's usually ahead of time when it comes to like managing things, but this time it was Vivy that spoke right before Matsumoto was even able to complete a sentence. No, that is cute. I love that. Only for the reason being that it's nice seeing the roles kind of reversed, where instead of it being Matsumoto holding most of the information like it was for the majority of the series, now it's Vivy, at least in this specific point in time, holding more information than Matsumoto. I wonder how Matsumoto felt in that moment with the roles slightly reversed there. Man, you know what? I'm gonna miss this opening song accompanying alongside a Vivy episode because the song, it is just absolute and utter fire. Oh yeah. Shit, I really need to look up the full version of this opening eventually though. You know, I might do that after reacting to some of the Saturday anime. Yeah, this series should be able to patch everything up in like a single episode. Considering that Vivy knows exactly what to do, just wonder if it's gonna have enough time for an epilogue. Because I've seen a lot of animes already end this season that have a shitty epilogue. But oh, the legend. Oh man. I like how she's going straight to business. But even if they stop the arc, I wonder how they're going to deal with the. Oh, man, I guess if Vivy does manage to sing, it should at the very least. I mean, hey, if it was possible to time travel once, then it should be doable to do it twice. Well, she. You know, when she's spouting out facts like that, there's no way she can really deny that. I just hope this time they have better luck, though, considering all the troops were just eviscerated when they went inside of there last time. But even if that's the case, I guess they're not going to have much choice in not going. Oh. Ah. I just wonder if the virus is going to have negative ramifications against Vivy utilizing it, though. Hell yeah! Alright, I'm already loving how it's at least a bit more optimistic. Now the question is, you gonna want to go... Oof. Kind of like how when she says about humans and AI coexisting, how that was one of their goals. You then see through a scenario both of blood and AI blood spilled. It makes what he was saying a lot more stronger, having that visual lined up there right when she says it. That is some great directorial timing there. Kind of actually like that cute little addition with the little crab there. She's probably gonna rush up. Huh. Hmm. Oh boy. More like Vivy doesn't know she can sing right now. Oh! Aww. Vivy's gonna have to do that one of these days. And it kind of reminds me that Elsima never got to hear her sing in front of an audience either. That's kind of sad in its own way. I like how now, when she snapped her fingers, she did a trait that Diva, that Diva used to do. I like how he's playing around with Matsumoto. As Matsumoto were like a little brother with the way she was squeezing on him. That's freaking adorable. Aww. That's a really nice scene of seeing how much she does value Matsumoto there. I mean, I hope they both make it out alive, but you never know with this series, though. It could have a really dang tragic ending. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes for a bittersweet ending where, yes, the war between AI and humans is stopped, but at major cost, though. Hope I'm wrong about that. Oh. Hey, it looks like it's prosperous. It's a shame about Osamo's death, though. Because he's the one I really would have loved to have seen here Vivy's singing. Damn. And plus, Vivy does have, at the very least, combative programming, so as long as she's careful, she should be fine. Oh. Oh. And I love how it shows you more growth for Vivy, how she's being an emotional motivator too, when she really needs to be. That's also nice too. Oh. Yeah, it's really nice to see just Vivy come full circle. Pay attention to like the small details, like closing the eyes of someone when they've passed away. Honestly, she's been one of the most dynamic characters, well, main characters of the season by far, with how much change she's gone through. Oh. Oh my. So I think now would be that much in the know. Well, the thing is, though, people, and in this case, AI can change, though. That's the difference. And the thing is, now, Vivi's going to exactly accomplish that goal. May not be the way Vivi would have wanted to, but she's going to have. Oh! Oh! Oh. And that explains why Mom's gonna look sad as hell then. No, it has to be something in her imagination. There's no way that Momok would be the same age. Our girl has to remember that if Momoka should be saying Vivi, not Diva. Yep! That's exactly what I was thinking, and that absolutely gave it away. I mean, there really is no way of answering why it had to be Vivi other than just unlucky circumstances in her scenario. And you know what? Even if she's not going to be able to make everyone happy, because even if she stops the war, there's probably going to be antagonistic feelings from the humans against the AIs. It's going to make things at least better. At least better with the. Oh! Kind of reminds me of the starting bit of the series where Vivi's near, like, that bright, flashing place. Hmm. You know, I like this. Because it shows you that, while yes, sad moments can be pretty depressing, they not just they form you, but thankfully in life, they're also positive events that form a person too. I like that. I like that subtle message there. Yeah, she's finally singing. Gotta admit though, the fight choreography is amazing. Shit, we're going on even for the final episode. Oh! Ooh, I was kind of scared our girl was gonna get harmed there. Hmm. And I love how they're showing us what happened in Vivi's life as she's singing that song. It actually gives her song a lot more weight. Because we get to peer inside of her state of mind while she's singing. Hmm. And I like it too. The message of the song is you just gotta be decisive on things too. You cannot be indecisive. At least that's the message I get. Ah, man. I hope that I can at the very least have a copy of Vivi's memories, but seeing like my body like that, but it makes sense though. I mean, with all the death flags that they've given Vivi throughout the series. Hmm. Okay, I gotta admit, seeing like her eyesight like slowly blacken up, that's really getting to me. A lot. Ah. And you know when she says eyes being put out, it really hits home because it showed us an earlier scene where her perspective is slowly being obscured and all that. And I like how she's still keeping composure, probably despite the pain that she's going through. And it is actually epic seeing Matsumoto put in the work too while Vivi's singing. And wow, honestly, the animators this is probably one of the best works they've done because the beautiful mix of 2D and CG animation while you have a powerful song going on. I'm gonna imagine the amount of production time that was required to do all that. All right, looks like it's stopped. I like how, and at least in one of the lines in the song, it says it never ends. Even though it is kind of sad, I like how the song's got at least a bit of optimism. Because yes, even though there's always going to be conflict of one way, shape, or form, life's got its own positives too. So overall, I think the song's pretty effective from a lyrical standpoint. And when you're saying I will not forget about you, I'm pretty sure people in the Viviverse aren't gonna forget about Vivy either. Wait, don't tell me this satellite's still gonna land! Oh, shit. Looks like Vivi's gonna be joining Diva soon. Oh! Oh. Oh, man. Matsumoto's a real one. Sacrificing his life like that. His character's truly come full circle. I mean, I would hope at least there's one Matsumoto cube left, or at least a bit of data left. Doesn't seem that's the case, though. But hey, at least they're alive. I mean, oh, Navi. I mean, hey, at least Navi was satisfied with the performance. Ah. Gotta admit, though, that was one of the most badass ways for Vivy to go out, though. Ah. Ah. Fuck. That was got me in the feels. I do like the visuals, though, where even though, yes, the war has stopped, there are going to be some humans that are going to be scared of that. That's realistic. But at the very least, the series ends up on a more positive, optimistic note, though. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that some people are going to really, really hate AI. Especially, I'm assuming a lot of people lost their family members and all that. And you know, I like how the one that ended up saving, I mean, the one that ended up being saved by Vivy is the one that calmed down the other guy from going too far against that AI corpse. I gotta admit, that's a nice little visual there. Wait, is that our Vivy waking up? Oh! Oh no! Don't tell me she lost her memories. Well, yeah, at least she's alive. I mean, I'll take that. Oh. And you know what? She's gonna be able to enjoy a happy future, so. You know, I'm happy with this ending. Fuck yeah! Alright, that was a great ending. Oh. So sad though. Because I would have loved Vivy to have kept her memories, but hey. Matsumoto's alive! Can't be too greedy. And Vivy's alive just without her memories, so I'll take that. I'll fucking take that any day of the week. Alright. Y'all probably know, just by the way I reacted, what I'm going to rate this episode. But I'll say the rating just to get rid of any doubts. 10 out of 10 episode. It was by far the best Vivy Florite's Eye Song episode by far. Wow. Didn't think I'd feel as much emotion as I did, though, reacting to the episode, though. And you know what? Vivy actually staying alive makes sense, because I've seen a few anime this season that revive people out of nowhere, and it's a freaking asshole. But considering that Vivy's body was still intact, because you had Matsumoto wreck that satellite so it wouldn't cause damage, it makes sense that they were going to at the very least recover Vivy's body. So it's ending, it's happy ending. It felt earned. It didn't feel like the writers just pulled something out of their ass just to have a happy ending. No, this series actually worked towards that. So I gotta give it absolute and utter credit for that. Now, in saying that, there were just a lot of magnificent things about the final episode that impressed me the most. For one, I love the fact that for this episode, even though, yes, things ended up happily, you do get to see a bit of loss because you see Navi dissipate, but at least Navi got to go out with listening to Vivy's performance. And you still have to contend with the fact that Asumu died. So even though, yes, the ending for the series is happy, I liked how there was still at least a bit of casualties, so that the ending of the series has narrative weight. And plus, it was really satisfying with it ending off with Vivy being happy because this was a type of happy ending she worked towards. A future where AI and humans can interact with each other, and this episode absolutely delivered on that to great effect. And I also love the massive amounts of character developments in this episode too. Like when you see how much I loved Vivy short towards Matsumoto when she bumped her head into Matsumoto's cubic cat. That was a really beautiful scene there. Honestly, one of my favorite sequences in the series, and one of my favorite sequences of the series was when Vivy was singing too, because her song actually had purpose. I've seen a lot of animes this season, like Freddy Maru, have really beautiful sounding music, but it doesn't fit with the fucking narrative sometimes. I've seen Aikatsu Planet filled with a lot of wonderful and beautiful songs, but sometimes filled with the songs that have nothing to do with the narrative. Maybe like 70% of its songs do have to do with the narrative, but some of them don't. In this series, I love how I ended up with a song that actually fit in with Vivy's journey and the events that were happening towards her too. It really gave this episode a lot of power because of that, because it shows you that the writing staff, they didn't just pay attention to the script. Even like the people in charge of the music paid attention to the script, and that's kind of rare to see in animes nowadays, because at least in most of the animes that I see, they have beautiful sounding music just for the sake of having beautiful sounding music, and not because it fits. Thankfully, though, the music fits. Especially with all the anime I watch, it's finally nice to get to see an anime with a nice musical identity, because it's so rare to see nowadays. And I know this because I'm currently watching all the non-sequel, non-spin-off animes, so I've seen a lot of animes fumble it and actually get it right. And something else that I also loved about this episode too, it was nice seeing the soldiers and Elizabeth live too, because all things considered, the previous episode made him really damn likable. So that was also another positive. And I even love how it's realistic too, how not all humans immediately got along with AI. So I like how the series, after it showed a bit of antagonistic feelings that humans had against AIs, it had at least an unspecified time skip, so that at the very least it could show us, the audience, that yeah, at least some time has passed, so that it's realistic for a super happy ending. And that's why I love the way this series also frames scenes, because it pulled that off. Something that would normally be really dang difficult, but it did it in like a small amount of time. That's the most impressive part, because I've seen other series try that shit, like and fell epically at telling stories through stills or massive amounts of time, or even short amounts of time. This series did it pretty instantly. It told us a lot in literally 2 minutes, while other series that have ended this that have ended this season have failed in doing something similar. And that's why I thought the ending was just fantastic, because it respected its audience till the very end. And aside from like the massive amounts of quality too in the script, I gotta give credit to the visual quality, because honestly everything in this episode is moving. From the scenes where Vivy was singing, from where you were seeing her vision obscured, from where you were seeing the lightning in her body, towards where Matsumoto was gaining on the action and blowing shit up. Like, honestly, this episode just brought its A game in every single department. And the OST was super engaging. So that's why I felt the episode was worthy of a 10 out of 10. And as for the series overall, I fucking loved it. If I were to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give it a great tier 8.5 out of 10. While, yes, there were some things at the beginning of the series that I wish it could have delved into more, like, say, I really wish they would have given us an episode focusing on Vivy trying to prevent Momoko's death, so that would have been a bit more emotionally potent. And while, yes, during the series, I really would have wished we would have seen a bit more of Diva scenes, because I really thought she was an engaging character. And while, yes, I would have loved to have seen maybe... Don't get me wrong, I don't mind the 2-minute epilogue. I think they did good with what they had. But if they would have given us like a full episode on the epilogue, that'd have been pretty nice too. But hey, you know what? With what the series did, it was great. Because even though, yes, there were bits in the series that felt a little rushed, it's all good. The series executed things near perfectly, so I don't mind that. And that's why I felt the series did enough to garner a badass 8.5 out of 10. And that's the score I really give towards the series overall. Usually I give like 4s, 3s, 5s, 6s, and 7s. So 8.5 is pretty damn rare. Because it wasn't just the script that was amazing. It was like the whole production, like the visuals, the artwork, like the whole enchilada. So that's why I thought the series was just magnificent. Because going in, my mind was like, I'll give it an 8 out of 10 for really good. But, yo, the episode went the extra mile. I'm like, no, I gotta give it an 8.5 out of 10. The ending was that badass. And plus, it was really emotionally powerful, too. And yes, with the way Vivy ended, this is definitely in my top 5 anime of the year so far. And for those of you wondering how much of a big deal that is, I watched all the non-sequel, non-spin-off animes in the previous season. So, for this series to, like, supersede a lot of the stuff I've seen is no small task at all. Because I'm very picky with my anime. With all the anime I watch, I kind of have to be picky. But yeah, that's what I thought. The series was fantastic. It was consistent from start to finish. And yeah, these are pretty much my thoughts on not just the final episode, but the series in general. I thought the series was a masterclass. And I thought it was amazing. And I'm definitely going to miss it. But hey, you know what? And then off on a good note. If this is the last we see of the series, then hell, I wouldn't mind one bit, because it was a well-deserved ending. And I gotta tip my invisible cap to the writing staff and everyone involved in the production of the series. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode and the series in general. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction, or the episode itself, in the comment section below. Hopefully, y'all share the video if y'all want to, rate it, comment, or subscribe, and I will see y'all later if you join me for my 86 reaction, because I'm definitely going to be reacting to its next episode for sure. But anyways, y'all, thank you very much for watching my video, and y'all hope y'all have a fun, great, safe, and a fantastic day, everyone. Bye bye.